time, but how did you feel like Austin looked physically? How was he moving, and how, as you try to figure out these lineups now, how did some of that experimentation go tonight as you saw him with different groups?
Yeah, I thought he moved great and looked like Austin. He had 3 or 4 really good looks in the first half that didn't go down, but did a nice job of attacking the basket, getting to the free throw line. It says he had 1 assist. Does it say 1 assist? Yeah. I didn't realize throwing the ball off the backboard to a teammate is not considered assist anymore, but I think that is emblematic of just he's just wants to play, and he wants to be a good teammate, and certainly give LeBron a highlight and give the fans a highlight. But he played great. In terms of just the lineups, yeah, just wanted to try to keep everybody's rotation essentially the same, while eating away at 20 minutes essentially, and then with the way the game was going, felt just like let's get his minutes, make sure he gets his 20 minutes. So that's why we started, and that was the plan before the game, but felt like that was the right thing to do in that situation.
With him back, you have, I think, these 4 games at home now before the All-Star break. And just after being on the road forever, do you look forward to that stretch to sort of see where you can get before the All-Star break?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been a great home team this year, and we've got an opportunity over the next few weeks, even post All-Star break, to be at home and play in front of our fans. And after, I think a really tough stretch, and every team has had this because of the cup and just the disruption in the schedule because of that. It's you're front loaded or you're back loaded, and this has been a lot of travel and a lot of back and forth. We had 2 one-game back-to-backs right before this long trip, where one of those each time was on the road. So we've weathered it, and we've got to keep our foot on the gas going into All-Star break.
Just JJ, bigger picture, you guys did go 5-3 on the trip going back to the Denver game. Just what can that do for you guys moving forward, and overall group also getting healthier, of course?
Yeah, I mean, you want to build momentum, and this was about the time last year when we started building momentum. And I think getting healthy and having our guys available in this last stretch will be huge for us.
Understanding it wasn't the plan going into tonight, but with Austin starting the second half, does that signal that the group that there will be the starting lineup you hope to have when Austin's no longer on a minutes restriction?
No signal there. I mean, the biggest thing was, Jake against Washington played with that last group in a blowout game. So, it was prioritizing getting Austin his minutes, and then, having Jake available to play potentially the last 6 to 8 minutes.
JJ, just what was it like kind of watching Austin navigate sort of the realities of that calf injury and being cleared but not being comfortable, and I guess just what were your conversations like with him over the last week or so?
Well, I think after probably, I don't know if it was after Cleveland or maybe it was Washington, but after one of those games, it was just like, I'm not going to ask him because everybody's going to ask him, so let's talk about other stuff. I've said this a number of times, but all these guys have a lot on their minds because of their contract situations, the trade deadline. Certainly Austin, is in line for a pretty significant raise, and I think having that confidence in your body is huge.
He I think had 2 plays worth pretty real bumps at the basket. I think he got MPJ on one and was it Devin on the other one. Just what do you kind of make of his strength right now, and do you think is something particularly when he gets downhill a real weapon for him?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he got stronger over the summer. We saw the benefits of that throughout the early part of the season, and I know that our performance staff has has worked to strengthen him even more over the last 6 weeks, essentially. And he's put in the work, and he's done his conditioning, and he's done his on-court work. And I thought he put himself in a good position to have a good night.